can murder a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. You can murder a revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.
You are tapped in, so let's get right to it. Ashley Gonzalez, okay, the now fired Houston police officer who went on a racist tirade against Black people, have been relieved not only of duty, but have been relieved and fired as a police officer in the Houston Police Department. Now, that being said, there's a whole lot to this in terms of her attitude, her mentality, her hatred, and the discrimination. You have to throw all those into the pot of Black people from Ashley Gonzalez. And it, a lot of us reflecting on this and saying that this is she is a danger to the safety of the Black community if she's ever allowed to be a police officer anywhere in this country. So now, in spite of the fact that she was fired, her certification in terms of being able to have a badge and a gun with any police department, I would imagine in the country, still remains in her possession. That is the focus. That should be the focus of the Black community, having that stripped away from her. She should not be allowed ever again to have a gun and a badge under the authority of any police department, any security department, anything that has to do with guns and badges. She should be stripped of that ability to, work or have some type of employment, meaningful employment. It should not be under law enforcement, put it like that. Now, aside from the fact that she is just woefully racist, she admitted that. She was also that way, it seems, when she was a Marine in the United States Marine Corps. She says as much. She loved that same attitude and energy when she was in the Marines. From the Marines to civilian life as a police officer, she also enjoyed that racist animosity towards Black people. All right. Now, again, here's the thing about it, about this whole situation. She said what she said. It got posted. Now, all of a sudden, she's doing a video where she's apologizing. The thing about that is no one believes her. No one trusts her. Now, had Ashley came back and said, you know what? I'm racist. I'm going to, stand on this square. I don't like Black people. Should I have said the N-word and all that? I'm probably not. But hey, I don't like Black people. That's simple, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's the square you're going to stand on. You know what I'm saying? She didn't choose to do that. She chose to switch it up. And she only did that because she had been discovered as being a racist, and a Mexican racist at that, So it's not shocking to any of us that a member of a police force is racist, Probably a little shocking that a member of a police force was racist. Who is racist was a woman, a Mexican woman. Let me be more exact, because you do have white racist women who are police officers. All right. And we, like I said, we know. That being said, she does have an apology that she put out as to whether or not anyone trusts her in the Black community. That would be a resounding no. No one would trust her, with a gun or a badge ever again, or in the line of law enforcement. But she did drop an apology, and I want to show that apology. Now, as a little something extra, there's another individual who came behind Ashley and spoke also truth to power in terms of how they feel about Mexicans. All right. You're going to want to see this. You're going to brace yourself for this. It's worth seeing. This would be a bombshell that I tell you would shock a lot of Mexicans. Shock a lot of Mexicans right back into the present, because a lot of them in La La Land thinking that, those other people look at them as one of them, and that's not true. But enough said. Before I drop this clip, please like, share, follow, comment, and subscribe to the Art of Political Discourse. Tap really appreciates your participation and viewership with this channel. That being said, we're still pushing towards that 5,000 subscribers, and hopefully we'll reach that mark with your continued support and viewership. So that being said, thank you. Let's move on to this clip. Very important clip. Very important clip. All right, let's get it.
I hope you all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post I deleted.
Did you hear that? And this is how we know it's not sincere. Hey, just forgive me. Just get over it. That's more the same of what she said initially in her original post. We're always complaining, got something to say. Get over it. Don't nobody care about you guys being slaves. Get over it. There it is. Again, this is how we know it's not sincere. Yeah.
Deleted it. I just feel really bad.
He feels bad because she got caught. And most of us have said this. Most of you have said it. Damn, she got caught. Now she got to say she gotta say she feels bad about it. But for real, feel bad about what? Being caught, or feel bad for real about what she said?
I just feel really bad that I was
caught.
Mentioned and
I was caught.
And it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that. That is, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my
Huh? That was your content. That was your content, as we could see. That was all you. That was you. But here's something I just had a thought. What is it with Mexicans and their hatred for blacks? Why is that? Why is that? It makes you wonder.
Content back then. And I don't know, I just feel really bad. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
She didn't say, hey, I'm sorry for disrespecting you all as a people. What you've brought to the culture, what you've brought to society, to the world, to civilization, all your inventions, innovations, contributions to the world. I'm sorry for disparaging that, Come on.
I think I just need to go to therapy. And I need to go to church.
I guess that part too helps her. At least she thought this would resonate with the black community. I need to go to church.
And I just need some like self-reflection, honestly. Because that was just so nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. So anyway, I hope you all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post I deleted.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That was Ashley. Okay. That was Ashley Gonzalez. And that was her an attempt at an apology to the black community, especially that part of our community in Texas, Houston, Texas, to be exact. I'm not surprised that no one over there, and I know quite a few brothers and sisters in Texas, and I've gotten calls from them, and they're not accepting that apology. You know what I mean? And there are others, there's some over there say, we've been knowing this is going on, So, yeah, that's not something we are too keen or too quick to accept as an apology. Again, if that was an apology, yeah, look more of the same from her in the future. If that was an apology, you guys can expect some more from Ashley Gonzalez, some more racist tirades, rants that like she did over there, that post she did on Instagram. Now, that being said, I got something to counter her and anyone else who tend to think like Ashley Gonzalez thinks. All right. And this ought to be good. This ought to be good. So get a bar of this one, people. Excuse me. There we go.
And again, another one bites the dust. How many videos am I going to have to make to tell you If you don't look like me, but you think because you're not black, it's not going to happen to you, it's going to happen to you. And the irony is your proximity to whiteness is never going to save you. And the call is always going to come from inside the house.
Mm.
Let's not forget that just a week and a half ago, they found a 19-year-old Latino boy hanging outside of a police department in Washington, D.C. We will never like you. We will never accept you. We will use you. We will abuse you. And then we'll toss you aside. She's a dead woman walking. If she'll get drunk and get on Instagram on somebody else's page and talk like this, do you imagine what she says within the police department with other officers? So now they're thinking if she'll yap, she'll yap. So we need to worry about that. We'll never protect you. We'll never choose you. And you are not safe with us.
Wow. All right. Now, for any of us who thought that Ashley Gonzalez's rant, her racist rant was, over the top, you gotta admit that this white person's checking of not just Ashley Gonzalez, but everyone who thinks like her was fire. Was fire from the horse's mouth. All right. From the horse's mouth. And the sad part about what she said is it's true. But the other part is that a lot of Mexicans have mixed heritage. Spaniards are white. They are European. So, it's really not that far off for a lot of Mexicans to think and feel the way they do about black people. That's the blood of those Spaniards who sexually assaulted those women back then in Mexico. That blood is coursing through their veins. That hatred for black men and women is in a lot of them. So it's really not a shock to us. Again, a lot of us know this. A lot of us know the Spaniards, in particular, hate black people. And there's a reason for that, and that blood, that hate is in their blood. So we see it being exposed in the bloodlines of this, of these people, Mexicans, who have the bloodlines of Europeans. So it's not odd. It's not odd. But to hear this white lady say, hey, yeah, in spite of that, you'll never be one of us. You'll never be one of us. We will never accept you. No matter what you do, you're like them, the blacks. We're just going to use you up and spit you out when we're done with you. All right. That's the reality that a lot of them don't get or is not living in. That's more appropriate. That's the reality a lot of them are not living in. You guys are just viewed or looked at as the new slaves for them. You're more amenable. You're more agreeable to them. You know what I mean? She just said it. No matter how much bootlicking you guys do or ass kissing you do, for white people or to white people, it's not going to change the fact that you'll never be accepted as a white person. To hear that, I'm telling you, that's way stronger. That's way more provocative than Ashley Gonzalez saying, spewing her hatred for black folk. We hear that often. But to hear that, you don't get that a lot. We don't get that a lot, right? Okay, so that being said, that was for Ashley Gonzalez and all the others who think and feel as Ashley does. That's how they really think about you. While you sitting over there on your high horse thinking that same thing about us. All right. Now tell us what you think. What are your thoughts on this matter? This thing, I have a thought that this will go on for a couple of more months because they're going to track and trace Ashley Gonzalez wherever she goes to make sure that one, she does not become reemployed by another police department in the state of Texas or anywhere else. And the second step I think that they're going to focus on is trying to have her certification revoked, which is the thing to do. All right. But again, tell us your thoughts on this matter. Drop them in the comments, and we'd love to read them. And as a result of reading them, we will comment right back. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. You have been tapped in.
You can murder a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. You can murder a revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.